everyone, my name is Anna. I am a new trainer at the PDC Fitness Centers where you'll find me most of the time. I am a certified personal trainer, group fitness instructor, as well as a health and nutrition coach. I specialize in corrective and rehabilitative exercise, and you'll see me here on Wednesday afternoons, typically every Wednesday from 11 to 3. I will be teaching Pilates at 12 o'clock. We've already done a couple weeks and had some really good feedback, so I hope you come and try that out. You can utilize any of my services here when I am here during the week. You can definitely reach me on email or on Teams to schedule something or to inquire about classes. So today we're gonna do just a brief intro to mat Pilates. So we're gonna need a set of weights. These are optional though. I grabbed two 5-pound weights. You're gonna turn it to the side on your mat, and we're starting with what we call footwork. So lay it on back, hands down by your side, feet are underneath your knees, and you're just rocking your feet forwards and back, starting to get your ankles warmed up here. Now Pilates is all about breath work and spine and core awareness and control. So that's what we're focusing on most of the time when we're working in Pilates exercises. Good, start connecting with your breath and then rock your feet in and out. So you're rocking to the edge of your foot and then tapping the knees together for that little bit of internal rotation in your legs. 2 more times here, getting the hips warmed up as well. And then meet back at parallel. You have about a grapefruit size gap in between your knees and your feet. Moving now into bridging, make sure that your knees are in fact about right over your feet. Starting with articulating lifts. You're pushing your spine down into the ground, lifting up 1 vertebrae at a time until your glutes are lifted, and then 1 vertebrae at a time laying down the spine with lots of control. Take a big inhale as you press the pelvis forward. Exhale, draw it back into your rib cage and up, lifting by pushing your feet up. Take a big inhale, roll on down. Articulating bridges and pelvic rocks as we're doing here is something that we do nearly every class. It's so good for the back muscles. Our lower back is holding us up all day long, takes the brunt of nearly everything we do. And so this is a great way to start loosening that up and allowing your muscles along your spine to move in different ways. Feels really good after you've done a couple of these. Now meet me at the top of your next bridge. Holding here, go back to that footwork of rocking your feet forwards and back while your hips are lifted, if possible. If needed, you can always set your glutes back down if your legs are getting too fatigued. And then hold here, make sure you might need to walk your feet back in. Rock in and out for butterfly pulses, we call these. Rocking to the edge of the foot and then back to center, little knee tap in between. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Press the glutes up a little higher, take a big inhale, exhale, reverse that spine down, dropping mid-back, low back, pelvis, tailbone hits last. Moving now into external rotation. So widen out your stance, toes are angled away. You got that V with your legs. We're keeping that neutral spine now. So we should honor that natural gap in our back. Tailbone is nice and heavy, shoulder blades are heavy. Take a big breath into your rib cage. As you exhale, engage the core. We're gonna add the bridging onto this. Inhale, exhale, hinge up and lift, keeping your knees wide. Inhale at the bottom, push, exhale. With this one, we are maintaining that neutral spine position, down and up. So your goal is to be super aware of your spine and not change its position. Instead, you're just hinging from the top back around where your shoulder blades are. Inhale, exhale. Trying to keep even pressure in the feet as well. A lot of times with bridging, we'll put the weight in the heels, but for now, we're practicing putting our weight evenly throughout the foot. You get more engagement through the tops of the legs when you do that, as opposed to when it's in the heels, it's gonna stay just in the back of the legs. Right now we want full body work. Last two. Hold this last one up right here. Good, now little pulses down and up of the glutes for 4, 3, 2, last one. Hinge the glutes on down, bring the knees into the chest, little rest. I like to roll my spine up, give it that little rock, loosen up the lower back, let it fall forward. That this also helps warm up the core. 2 more times with those rocks. Then set your feet together and unileg down on the floor. So if your hips and your knees are okay with it, keep your legs together or close together. Take a big breath in as you exhale, hinge from here. Bridging is also something that is a core component of Pilates. You will see bridging in also nearly every class. Still working with that breath and also working with that neutral spine, just setting the tailbone up and pressing it up, engaging everything at the top as much as possible. 2 more. Now at the top of this next one, hold here. You can either dip your hips down and up, or if your back is okay with it, go to single leg marches. Keep your hands pressed flat on the floor to help brace yourself. Goal here is to keep your hips parallel to the ground, not wobbling around as you have to shift your weight. 4 more here of the marches or the hip dips. Now 3, 2, last 1. Take a big breath in, lift the glutes, and lower down. Awesome job. Going into core work, we are starting with single leg lower and lifts. Lift up your right leg, keep your tailbone and shoulder blades heavy, lower down, and lift that leg. Just a few of these to warm up that hip flexor a little bit more. See if while you're doing these, you can keep your pelvis from rocking too much. We want to keep it solid in the same spot so that we're just getting that nice rotation of the femur bone in the pelvis here. 2 more. On this next one, keep that foot down, flex your foot, take your hands behind your head, and we're bicycle crunching towards that knee. Press, extend away. Big exhale as you drive towards that knee and rotate the spine. Inhale as you extend that leg and lower the chest. 2 more here. Last one. Lower that on down. Hands to the floor, extend your opposite leg. Find heavy tailbone, heavy hips and shoulders. Lower and lift. I like to think about planting the foot that has the bent knee firm into the ground. That helps keep the hips steady. Helps keep this leg active as well. Inhale, exhale. Two more here. Last one, lower that leg, keep it floating, flex the foot, hands behind the head, keep the elbows and collarbone wide. Rotate towards that knee and extend, push that heel away. Keep breathing with your movements just like you did on the other side. Think about lifting this rib cage off the ground. Get your shoulder blade lifted off the ground if you can. Nice job, two more. And last one, rest on down, hands by your side. Take a few breaths. Going now into Pilates scissors. This is a move that you may have seen before or might be familiar with. We have one leg extended up and then one leg extended at 45. Feet are neutral. Hands grab behind the calf, the knee or the thigh of the leg that's closest to you. What we do here is a single or double pull, switch, double pull. So this is a nice stretch while you're working your core. Now, you can lift up towards those legs, point the toes, and really draw the head and chest towards the leg, draw the leg towards the chest, or you can keep this a lower version right here. That pulse is nice and small. Breathe through it. Almost there. 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower everything down. Take a couple breaths. When you're ready, bring your knees into your chest and use some momentum to roll yourself on up to seated. You got it. All right. We are taking one of our weights in hand and holding it just like so. Elbows nice and tight towards your body. Pressing in on that weight to activate your shoulder muscles here. Sit it up nice and tall at the top. Roll your spine down. Extend the arms overhead. Pull that back down using your lat muscles. Roll on up. Find nice flat back at the top. Roll the spine, rock it down. Extend the arms long overhead. Pull using your lats and bicep muscles. Sit up tall at the top. Just a few more of these. You got it. Nice and controlled, concentrated movements. There's no rush. We're focusing on that breath work and that core and spine control. Hold this at the top here. Now C-curve down into that little bit of a roll down here. Bring your knees a little bit closer to the chest. Rotate side to side. Now with these rotations, we're trying not to shift the weight in our legs here. Keep it nice and solid. Just 4 more. Now 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Roll it all the way down. Grab that weight in your hand, nice and strong. Opposite weight in the other hand. We go nice and wide, goalpost style for chest presses here, adding in some core work. Extend those legs straight here. We're piking up towards the legs while we chest press. So press those weights, little pike up towards the legs. Big exhale as you push. If you can, keep the legs where they're at. They're not moving. It's as if they were resting against a wall, which is an option. If you want to take out the intensity, you can rest your legs against a wall or chair. You can also just go one leg at a time and switch in between if that's better for you, okay? Just 2 more here. And last one. Rest it on down. Way to go. Roll it over onto your side. We're propping up using our elbow. Keep that elbow right underneath the shoulder and pull that shoulder down. When you do that, you can see that it also lifts the obliques. We're going right on the hip, knee is tucked underneath. Use your top hand to push into the floor to also give you that secondary reminder to lift the obliques. Lower and lift that top leg with your toe pointed forward. So kind of look down and check that your toes are pointed forward and they're not pointing up or at an angle here. Inhale, exhale. Think about keeping that chest nice and tall and proud, pointed forward. Core is engaged, pulling away from the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Now really plant these fingers down. Drive in, extend away. Drive in, extend away. Inhale, exhale. Awesome, you got it. 2 more. 2. Last one, ending with pulses here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take your hands, press into the floor, press yourself on all the way up, and we'll shift our weight to the other side. Get yourself set up, bottom knee bent in, top leg extended. Press that shoulder down, elbow into the floor, top hand also pressing here. Lower and lift, toes pointed forward. Notice how I'm just lifting just past the hip line.
If we go past that more, what happens is we'll sink those obliques down and we'll end up being here. And what we want is not so much hip rotation, but instead what we want is femur rotation in the hip joint. Couple more. Keep this next one lifted in line with the hip. Plant these fingers down more. Drive that knee in. Extend, push away. Drive in, extend, push away. When that leg extends, we should definitely feel the glute engaging. If you don't, think about lengthening that leg just past the body line to make that happen. 2 more times. And last one. Good, now pulsing from here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. This time you're going onto your belly, so you can stay right here. Just a little bit of spine extension. Hands are by your chest, elbows pulled tight in. Shoot energy through your legs so you can really feel them engaging, and lift off the ground just slightly. Lift up, legs are still engaged, slightly lifting off, and lower down. Keep your shoulders pulled down your back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower with control. Just 2 more of these. Last one, lower down halfway. Keep your triceps working, flutter kick those legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now press yourself all the way up. Knees wide, toes and heels together. Sit down for child's pose and stretch out the back. And then roll the spine on up. Pivot your tush underneath you. And you can begin some stretches here. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you had fun. Hope you got a good workout in, got some good movement in all of your joints. Your core is probably feeling pretty good. Have an awesome day, and just remember that you can reach out to me on your email or on Teams. Again, my name is Anna, and I'm excited to be here with you. Hope to see you in class soon on a Wednesday afternoon.